Hello there, welcome to the news on Nepal television. I am Regina Rai, starting with the top stories. Meeting of House of Representatives underway. MPs now putting forth their views in issues of public concern. Objects are linked to alleged Chinese spying, says the aircrafts might be tied to commercial or resource entities. First UN-aid convoy enters quake hit Syria through a reopened border crossing. Over 41,000 confirmed dead in Turkey and Syria. And the defending champions Australia Women's T20 World Cup registers an 8-wicket win over Bangladesh, also climbs to top of its group. Welcome back. Now the news in details. The meeting of the House of Representatives is underway. Parliamentarians are now putting forth their views in various issues of public concern in the 0 hour. Law Minister Dhruva Bahadur Pradhan is presenting a bill to amend some laws related to property purification and business environment promotion. Likewise, Minister of Agriculture and Livestock Development Jwala Kumari Saha is scheduled to present a proposal to be considered on the Food Hygiene and Quality Bill 2078 received from the National Assembly. Chairman of Unified Socialist Party, Madhav Kumar Nepal, has his party Unified Socialist will not contest for this while speaking at a press conference in Pokhara this morning. The Unified Socialist chair was also of the view that since the candidates from CPN UML have already been elected as the Speaker and National Assembly Chair, the President should be made from other parties. The Birgunj metropolitan city has announced to demolish the physical infrastructure constructed by encroaching upon the public lands, including the road, footpath and drain areas. The metropolitan city has issued a notice informing the developers to demolish such structures on their own within 7 days. The metropolitan city itself will demolish such structures if they were not demolished in the given deadline, and the cost incurred for the Birgunj metropolitan city. Coordinator of Physical Infrastructure Committee of the Birgunj metropolitan city, Pradeep Kumar Chaurasia, said the city is launching an initiative to reclaim its encroached upon lands after clearing of physical infrastructures built in the public spaces. We shall get back with more updates at the site. Stay with us. Time for a short break.
उत्कृष्ट गहुँबाट तयार गरिएको ध्यानचक्ने आटा खेल दुगर समूहको उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन,
उच्च सोचको निर्माण, सगरमाथा सिमेन्ट, जुनीलाई।
तपाईको कपालमा कसको हुकुम चल्छ? स्प्लिट एन्ड्सको जेट या हेयर फलको फैसला? कपालको समस्याहरूले तपाईको हेयर स्टाइलको निर्णय नगरोस्। हेयर प्रब्लम्स मतलब हेयर ड्यामेज। डभको 1/4 मोइस्चराइजिङ मिल्क र केराटिन एक्टिभ्सले कपाललाई भित्रैदेखि रिपेयर गर्छ। अब सुन्दर लहलहाउँदो कपाल जसमा चल्छ केवल तपाईको मर्जी। डभ।
Beat sensitivity fast. With Sensodyne Rapid Relief. Works in 60 seconds.
Vaseline को ग्लिसरिन र जेली फर्मुला त्वचाको 10 लेयर भित्र गई सुक्खापनलाई फेरि आउनबाट रोक्दछ। नियमित रूपमा भ्यासलिन प्रयोग गर्नुहोस्, सुक्खापनलाई टाढा राख्नुहोस्।
सर्वोत्तम सिमेन्ट, सर्वोत्तम मजबुती।
The White House has said that there is no indication 3 flying objects blasted out of the sky over the weekend by the U.S. military are linked to alleged Chinese spying. The objects may be tied to commercial or research entities and therefore benign, spokesman John Kirby said. U.S. and Canadian officials have not yet located or recovered any wreckage from the three downed aircraft. Beijing earlier accused the U.S. of trigger-happy overreaction. China has denied of its balloons, which was destroyed by a U.S. fighter jet earlier this month of South Carolina, was being used for espionage, saying it was merely a weather monitoring airship that had blown off course. A reopened border crossing into rebel-held northwestern Syria, devastated by last week's earthquake. The UN said 11 lorries crossed from Turkey at Bab al-Salame on Tuesday. Many Syrians are angry over the lack of aid from the war-torn nations, especially to rebel areas, after last week's quake in which more than 41,000 are known to have died in Turkey and Syria. The UN and Syria's government on Monday agreed to use 2 more crossings. The UN said the crossings would initially be open for 3 months. Hopes of finding any more survivors are fading now. Air India has agreed to buy 470 planes from manufacturing rivals Airbus and Boeing. Rapid expansion of air travel in Asia. The airline, owned by Indian conglomerate Tata Sons, will buy 250 planes from European aviation champion Airbus and 220 from its U.S. rival Boeing, its chairman announced on Tuesday. The Air India deals together, though thought to be the largest in civil aviation in history, are part of turnaround plan by Tata, the owner of car maker Jaguar Land Rover and Tedley's T in the UK, after it took back control of a struggling airline in 2022. We have more international headliners at the site. Stay with us.
उत्कृष्ट गहुँबाट तयार गरिएको याञ्चक आटा खेल दुगर समूहको उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन,
उच्च सोचको निर्माण, सगरमाथा सिमेन्ट, जुनी।
अब 43 र 53 ग्रेड सहित होम्सी सिमेन्ट।
प्याराशुट एडभान्स्ड बेस्ट रोज्नेहरूका लागि यो 3 तहसम्म गई कपाललाई बनाउँछ भित्रैबाट बलियो, चम्किलो र सुन्दर। प्याराशुट एडभान्स्ड मेरो लागि बेस्ट।
सर्वोत्तम सिमेन्ट, सर्वोत्तम मजबुती।
Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. Now, remaining international headliners. China will resume short-term visas for travelers from South Korea after Seoul scrapped pandemic-related travel restrictions that angered Beijing. China will begin processing short-term visas for issuing short-term visas to South Koreans in January after Seoul slapped COVID restriction and on travelers from China amid concern Beijing's sudden dismantling of its controversial zero-COVID policy could spawn new coronavirus variants. The South Korea government began issuing visas last week, and reports that China's wave of COVID infection had peaked after previously indicating it would restrict visa until the end of February. China's foreign ministry at the time called South Korea's move a step in the right direction to facilitate people-to-people exchanges between the two countries. A 365 kg cocaine haul has prompted Australian authorities to start a hunt for 3 men they rescued from the sea 2 weeks ago. The trio on 1 February. Police said they claimed they were out fishing when their boat capsized, but they now allege the men were involved in an international drug shipment and are urging them to turn themselves in. To the more updates, before that, let's have a quick look into the highlights of the site. Moving on to sports now. Defending champions Australia took a step closer to the semi-finals of the Women's T20 World Cup with an 8-wicket win over Bangladesh, chasing 100 after opener Elisa Healy made 37. Bangladesh made 107 with Nigar Sultana Jyoti scoring 57, while the returning Georgia claimed 320. Australia go top of Group 1, while Bangladesh sit fourth after 2 losses. With a striking comeback, Serbia's Dusan Lakovic managed to beat homeboy of 16 at Argentina Open in Buenos Aires. The Argentine managed control to first set, winning 6-3 thanks to Sherb. Baez had several opportunities to win a match in the second set with a 3-5-0. 15, but Lakovic somehow recovered, taking it to the tiebreaker, where the Serbian managed to win 7-5 after starting 1-4 and clinched the set with 7-6. Lakovic kept the momentum of the previous set and started the third in full throttle, opening 4-0 in the first 4 games. Baez tried to recover and had multiple opportunities to get closer, but Lakovic sealed the deal with 6-3. But before we say goodbye, quick reminders of the top stories. Meeting of House of Representatives on the way. MPs now putting forth their views in issues of public concern. US says there is no indication 3 flying objects are linked to alleged Chinese spying. Says the aircrafts might be tied to commercial or resource entities. First UN aid convoy enters quake hit Syria, though reopened border crossing. Over 41,000 confirmed dead in Turkey and Syria. And defending champions Australia Women's T20 World Cup registers an 8-wicket win over Bangladesh, also climbs to top of its group. It's Bulletin. Have a good day ahead. Namaste.